So I would still consider LA Noire to be among my favorite games of all time. And that comes with the admittance that maybe it hasn't aged very well over the years, in that, things like the motion capture and the facial stuff looks pretty goofy nowadays. But at the time, it was top of the line as far as I was concerned. Um, and this was the game that kind of served as my introduction to the mystery investigative style gameplay. Um, and it was very much sort of my launching pad that led me into the Sherlock Holmes series and things of that ilk. Story wise, um, there's a bit more to unpack here. It's kind of complicated and has its layers to it. For one, we get the more personal story of Cole Phelps and his some of his experiences in the service. There is the story that kind of happens right in front of his face as he's working his way through the ranks of law enforcement and solving cases and everything like that. And then, of course, there is the larger overarching story that is unfolding in the background as we naturally progress through the game. And for the most part, I would say I liked it all. Um, I I think maybe it ran a little bit long for my taste, but that might just be a larger symptom of playing the Game of the Year edition or complete edition or whatever you want to call it. But I did start to feel a bit of fatigue setting in around the point where he gets demoted to the arson desk. Um, and that may have played a part in why I initially despised the ending to the game. Frankly, I walked away thinking that it was complete and utter bullshit. That, you do all that work and you spend all the time that it takes to get there just to have him die at the end. But since then, I've been able to sit with it and really digest some of my thoughts and feelings a little bit more. Um, and I really started to see and appreciate in a lot of ways the masterpiece of this story and the way it's told. Um, I My interpretation of it is that this was never meant to be a story where the good guy comes out on top. What we have here is a story of man who is extremely embarrassed and disgraced, um, and desperate to become the hero that everybody thought he was, and make himself into someone who's worthy of um, all of the accolades that he received. And he chooses to do that by attempting to be the guy who single-handedly exposes the seedy underbelly of Los Angeles, and the web of corruption therein and everybody associated with it. And this is a story where, no matter how close you get to succeeding, no matter how close you get to that glory, the bad guys win, right? It's a situation where, you know, those very same people that you were so close to exposing are the ones that ultimately control your narrative when you're dead and gone, and you're not there to speak up or defend yourself in any real way. They're the ones that ultimately, can say and do whatever they want at that point. Things get swept under the rug, secrets get reburied, and nobody is really the wiser. And I think that is pretty 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 close to how things play out in real life and real society at times. Um, sure, we have those moments where the good guys win and justice is served and the bad guys get what they deserve, but more often than not, it feels quite the opposite. Like it's a insurmountable mountain to try to climb. So I don't know. I just really, as frustrating as it is, I really appreciate the story that ultimately gets told here and everything like that. So, good, bad, and otherwise, it's still one of my favorite games of all time. But let me know what you guys think. I'd like to talk about it with you, and yeah. So that's going to wrap this one up, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you in the next one.